From the same guys that bring you the Give and Go Basketball Podcast, I'm here with Ben Sperry and Ryan Steele. We are going to do our first fast break where I'm going to pose a topic and these guys have to debate it back and forth. Today's topic is going to be, should NCAA basketball players get paid to play? Steele, why don't you start me off?
This is something that has bothered me for a long time with collegiate athletes. I do think they should be paid. I can't sit here and tell you an exact amount, whether, a Power 5 conference player should be paid more than maybe a Division I AA player. I don't want to get into all of that. But when we try to mask college basketball as amateurism, and that's why they try to say they don't want to pay these kids because they're not pro athletes, then we need to stop treating them like pro athletes. Then we hawk their social media accounts. We watch them in interviews, and if they say they slip up or anything, the media pounces. They are treated and observed like pro athletes. They make the majority of the money for these programs, and basically it's their blood, sweat, and tears that makes this money, and they don't see a dime for it. And I hear a lot of the time the argument is, well, they get paid free, tuition, room and board. Okay, well, let's pay Mike Krzyzewski in books then. Roy Williams, you're now paid with books and classes then. This is America, and we're paid by the green dollar and not by, books and room and board. So that's my opinion on it, and it will never change.
Yeah. Ben?
So I'm not so much going to argue that no, in the sense that they shouldn't be paid. I'm going to more argue that there's going to be real costs to changing how the NCAA does sports. The current system, yes, they can't be paid beyond basically the 1-year renewable scholarship that they receive. But the complication is, like, if you change the system, what are you going to change it to? And if it's actually going to be a better system overall for everybody in society. For instance, only a few sports and only a few teams in those few sports are revenue generating on net. Not all of that is simply because administrators and coaches are paid too much. A lot of that is because the revenue generating sports at these few schools ends up cross-subsidizing all the non-revenue generating sports or teams in those few sports and all the other sports that are actually net negatives for schools. You're going to run into a lot of issues if men's basketball can't subsidize even women's basketball. Nonetheless, all the other non-revenue generating sports that NCAA has, and you might end up with a lot less college athletes. But the ones that remain, which will mainly be the power conferences of football and college basketball, getting paid a hefty amount. So, you just got to be aware that it's going to be a vastly different system with a lot less college sports if you make it a system where players are paid.
Hey, I like it. Tell us what you think in the comments below. Give us your opinions. Tell us who you agree, disagree. Personally, I think you can find ways to get these guys a little bit of money, maybe through video games, using their likeness. Maybe you let them go out and be a sponsor for a local business or something like that. Maybe even limit the amount of money they can make, like they can't make over $100,000 in a year. I don't know. I don't have the answers, but let us know what you think. This has been our first fast break. This is the Give and Go podcast. Thanks. Hi, this is Mitch Shreve with the Give and Go Basketball Podcast. If you like what you're hearing, make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel. Also, be sure to follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter for all the latest updates on all of our postings and content. You can also email us at thegiveandgo3@gmail.com to ask us any questions or give us suggestions on what you'd like to hear about all things basketball. Thanks for tuning in.